Welcome to the Pels Gym for today's Northeast 10 conference matchup between the Southern New Hampshire Penmen and the Southern Connecticut Owls. Miller, a junior out of Ottawa, sends the serve over. It is fielded by the Penmen. Set and spike coming over the top. It's Enright fielding it, passing it over to Miller. Miller sending a supplemental pass over to James. James sends it over, fielded by the libero. Diving is Aubrey Villena. Kelb, sophomore out of Auburn, New Hampshire, sends the serve, an in-state resident. Spike coming from Carissa Michelle. It's fielded by the libero, Dean Wilson out of Buffalo, New York. But it's Sarah Enright taking the abuse. And a spike coming from Stark. Fields it are the Penmen as the libero sends a spike over. Villena sliding over like she's a second baseman. Helm. And also, I don't see Ed Castano either. It looks like Sydney Bennett's out there with a clipboard helping out as she has been out this entire season. Set up into the air by the Penmen. Spike coming. Villena sliding to get it. Miller passes that one over to Michelle. It's Carissa Michelle sending a little floater over the line, but it's fielded by the Penmen. Player on this squad, the redshirt sophomore, gets set and delivers. It's Enright to the ground to get it. Miller passing it to Carissa Michelle. Ranging back as the libero, making a swatting play at the ball. Tap over the line. It's Miller, first hands on it. Villena sends a pass up. And it's Sarah Enright with the spike as it finds the gap. Sarah Enright here at the Pels Gym, and it's Aubrey Villena serving the sophomore libero out of San Diego, California. Rocking the pink sleeve today, sends the serve over. It's fielded, set up in the air and spiked by the Penmen. It's batted at the line. Miller, first hands on it. It's Villena passing it up to Michelle. That's a hard spike, but it's fielded by Pimenta. Diving to make that play is James. Miller sends that one up in the air. It's Sarah Enright, finds another gap. Oh, and that's Jimmy Butler. Serve coming. Set up into the air, spike at the line. It's fielded by James, ranging back to make that play is Miller, and Carissa Michelle sends that one over. Good hustle on Southern Connecticut. Set and spike. It's James, gets that one. It's off the basketball hoop as Villena dives to keep it alive. And Sarah Enright sends a long bump over the net. Set and spike coming. It's blocked at the line. Villena gets on it. Carissa Michelle. Bernardis gets set and delivers. It's fielded by Villena. First hands on it. Miller passes it up to Weber. Back to serve. Now it's sophomore Aubrey Villena, libero out of San Diego, California. She gets set and delivers. It's fielded by the Penmen. Set up into the air. Spike coming from that side. It's blocked. Sliding to make that play are the Penmen. They make it right outside the line judge. And it's fielded by Villena. Miller keeps that one alive. Kendall Weber sends over a floater. It's fielded by Wilson. Set and spike coming on the line. Michelle gets set and delivers another serve. It's fielded by the Penmen. Wilson keeps that one alive. Spike coming. Villena first hands on it. Passed up by Miller. Kendall Weber sends a gets set and delivers. It's fielded by Villena. Miller sets that one up in the air. Kendall Weber spikes it off of Bernardis' head. 20 with the Penmen with a 4-point lead. Bernardis sends the serve over. It's Villena first hands on it. Miller passes it to Weber. Off the front line, Bernardis calls for it. Spike coming from that back row. It's fielded by Villena. Miller sets it up in the air. Spike coming over from Ahuna James. That one is fielded by Thuong Moon. Spike coming over. It's Michelle. Miller to James. That one fielded again by that back row. Spike coming. It's batted at the line. Miller first hands on it. Villena calls for that one. Spike coming from Ahuna James. That one's fielded by the libero Wilson. Set over this time. As Miller sends a little tapper over of her own. Long rally here from the Pels Gym. Gets set and delivers. It's Villena first hands on it. Miller ranging over to set that one up in the air. It's Carissa Michelle. Hits it off the top net. It's fielded by the Penmen. Reaching up to get it are Weber and the Penmen player. It's fielded back to Enright as James calculates and serves. Villena first hands on it. Miller passes that one up to the side. It's Ahuna James sending a floater over. It's fielded by Thuong Moon. Set in the air. Spike coming. Serve over. The Owls stumbling around to try to make a play. That one just falls their way off the top of the net. Spike coming from the side. It's blocked. Fielded by the Penmen. Set and spike coming. Villena gets to it on a dive. Miller keeps it alive. James sends that one over. Sliding play made by the Penmen. Set and tapper coming over the line. It's Miller to Villena. The Owls libero rocking the pink sleeve as it's, let me check the date, October 27th. Block coming at the line from Southern. Villena sends that serve over. It's fielded by the Penmen. Spike coming. She sends a serve over. It's fielded by the Penmen. Set and spike coming over the top of the line. It's Villena. First hands on it. Miller passes that one up to Michelle. Off the front line, it's Carissa Michelle. Thuong Moon serves it over. It's Pascal on the side now. Victoria Pascal checking into the game. As it's Wilson up over to the side. Pascal dives to keep it alive. Miller passes that one to the side as Michelle sends over a set. Thuong Moon plays that one that probably would have gone out as they hit it over. Michelle. Miller passing that one up to the side. It's Pascal, blocked at the line. Villena gets it. Miller sets it. Michelle spikes it. Bernardus gets set and delivers, fielded by Villena on the first hit. Miller sends that pass up over to Weber. Weber fielding that one a little off balance. Probably contributed to the lack of power. Spike coming. Villena back at the line. She sends the serve over. It's fielded by the Penman. Set in the air. Spike coming off the front line. It's Villena. First hands on it. Miller passes that one up to Carissa Michelle. As Carissa Michelle's spike proves to be too much. Serve coming. Villena, first hands on it. Ranging back to make that play is Enright. It's Aubrey. Villena sends that one back over. Set up into the air. Spike coming. Point goes to Southern. That one's out. Rio de Janeiro, Brazil sends the serve over. It's fielded by James. Miller keeps that one alive. It's Carissa Michelle. Sending a little tapper over. Fielded by the Penman. Set up in the air. Spike coming. Villena, first hands on it. Miller passes that one up. Ahuna James spikes it. Fielded by Wilson. Kept up in the air, and a spike coming from the front row. It's Villena, first hands on it. Miller diving to keep it alive. Stark cannot get that one over. But it gets set and delivers. It's over the top of the net. Just bounces off that top net. Miller passes to Michelle. Blocked the line. Villena keeping it alive. Miller to Michelle. Fielded by Thuong Moon. Kept up in the air. Spike coming. It's off Villena's hands and OB. Pimenta delivers the serve. Villena calls it. Spike coming from Carissa Michelle. Is Point Southern in this game. Villena gets set and delivers. Slide to make that play is Wilson set. And spike coming from Thuong Moon. Chris Michelle sends that one over. It's fielded by Pimenta. Set and spike coming at the line. It's Villena getting down to get it. Miller keeping that one alive. Enright spikes it. Fielded by Pimenta once again. Set up. Spike coming from Thuong Moon. It's Villena to Miller to James. Fielded by the back row. Set up in the air. Spike coming from that side. Out of bounds. Point Southern. In assists, it's Lily Miller with 17 as she passes that one up again, and Carissa Michelle sends it over. Fielded by the Penman. Spike coming. Enright goes down to get it. Miller sets that one up in the air. Weber sends it over the line. Enright gets it. Miller sets it. Spike coming from Carissa Michelle. Wilson taking the blow. As Villena ranges back. Miller sets it. Michelle, another powerful spike. It's off Pimenta this time. James. Miller passes that one up to Michelle. Third time's the charm. Short one this time. As Michelle fools the defense.